Sorry about that, my battery died, so I have to charge it and move locations here to the bathroom hallway. But anyway, like I said, you know, Disney basically, to me, with Tailspin, gave us the strongest hints and Easter eggs of a pairing they wanted to go with, a romantic pairing and couple they wanted to go with and make official, and yet they never had that opportunity. Because like I said, because of the financial failure of the DuckTales movie, a potential Tailspin movie, in my opinion, because I believe they were going in order of shows as far as theatrical films were concerned, because of the financial failure, that basically we'll never get the answer, and the only way we ever get the answer is through the fandom, and that's it. If Boom Studios or Marvel Comics ever says, hey, let's do what Boom Studios did and revive Tailspin in an 8-issue comic, and let's make Baloo and Rebecca official in the comics, then I can accept that someday, but we'll never really know. And then we get to Goof Troop. Now you might say, well, why isn't Goof Troop in the other category of shows that don't need to be established or don't need to hint or Easter egg us with potential pairings? Well, true, they don't really need to, but they potentially kind of hinted at the fact that perhaps, even though she was married, that probably back in high school and still currently, as far as the show's concerned, Pete's wife Peg actually had a crush, if not the hots, if you will, for Goofy. I mean, if you don't believe me, take a look at the episode Goofing Up the Social Ladder. What does that tell you? She kisses him on the freaking lips for the second time she kisses him. First time on the forehead, second time on the lips. What does that tell you? Exactly. Exactly, it tells you that. So it kind of hinted to me that she did have a crush, she did have an attraction to Goofy, but she is loyal to her husband, even if he does become a pain in the butt. And then, of course, following that, we had Bonkers. Now, pretty much established right there, Bonkers and Fawn, right? No real reason to make it official. Actually, there is. Disney should have at least taken the time, especially around Valentine's Day or something, to make an episode to where Bonkers and Fawn, and I think maybe this was part of one of those episodes that got lost and destroyed, because of the bad animation. But I think Disney lost out on an opportunity with it. Like I said, it was an episode that was basically so bad in animation quality-wise that it was one of those that got destroyed. They had a golden opportunity to have an episode with Bonkers and Fawn. To me, could have came out and said, hey, we're now boyfriend, girlfriend. It's not just flirting or just regular friendly dating and one saying this to the other. It's basically now we're official. We're officially going steady. And boom. And I think Disney just needed to do that. Now, as far as Aladdin goes, I mentioned them, the fact that they really didn't have to worry about Aladdin and Jasmine, but yet, even though they're in that category, they're also in this category because, they didn't really have to worry about much, because I forgot to mention this about Aladdin, that even though one of the shows that, like Gargoyles, Quack Pack, Darkwing, and DuckTales, was officially stamped for approval as far as establishing and creating romantic relationships with characters, I forgot to mention that they gave 3 characters romantic relationships. One was Genie with Eden, one was Iago with Thundra, and one, believe it or not, was the Sultan and the Queen of the Gallifins, which was odd in its own right. Then, of course, if you want to say, well, what about Timon and Pumbaa? They hinted at the fact that they had relationships, or could have had potential relationships. There's no doubt about it. Timon with the princess of the Meerkat clan, and, Pumbaa having his own girlfriend that basically he couldn't be with anymore. But she wanted him with her, so there you go. And then you get to Mighty Ducks. Yeah, Mighty Ducks. And I mentioned this in my video about Mallory and Nosedive, and I'll mention it again. I think, as far as Traitor Among Us is concerned, that potentially hinted at you a certain direction that Disney wanted to go with the show. I truly think it did. I think Disney probably wanted to do a Mallory Nosedive relationship, and with one person commenting here on DeviantArt. One person commenting on DeviantArt and other places that potentially there was a second season wrote up but never, put on paper, or never really, there was, ideaed up or wrote up but never really put into production. I think Disney was going to head in that direction, and I think they would have done Nosedive Mallory. Honestly, I think they would have. I mean, you take a look at who does she kind of get on, whose case does she get on the most in Trader Among Us besides Duke? More than Duke. Nosedive. She says something about she may throw up when he's trying to flirt with Lucretia. She does this to him. She sarcastically says, hey, and you wanted to date him, and then she pulls the femme fatale thing where he's waving to her and she's waving back. It's like, what other subtle hints do you need? Or Easter egg hints do you need? And then you take a look at the other hints, like at the end of the episode Monster Rally. Nosedive sitting on the couch, leaning back. She's sitting on the head of the couch. Same couch. She's introduced after him at the beginning of the intro. It's like, Wild Wing, Nosedive, Mallory. They're shown back to back of each other, not once, but twice in the intro, and they're standing next to each other at the end of the intro. And to me, it's like, how many more hints do you need? Then you take a look at Buzz Blitzman, Mighty Duck. You take a look at things like Mondo Man. Certain scenes and Easter eggs were there. And again, this was an opportunity that Disney missed out on because of the cancellation of the series. And we'll never know, had the series continued, if there was a second season planned, had they gone in that direction. But again, you can thank fan fiction. And I will give Huey 2 more and Rowdy review with this again. They will write about one thing, that just like with the Buffy series, the way it ended, the Mighty Ducks series ended to the point that it left, the doors wide open to the imaginations of the fans of what could possibly happen had the show continued. And I know there are several stories on fanfiction.net, DeviantArt, in all places, fan art, fan fiction, that, believe it or not, support a Nosedive Mallory relationship. Just because I think it's the fact of opposites attract. And to me, I think they also believed Disney was going to go in that direction anyway had the show continued. So, to me, these are just all opportunities, golden opportunities that Disney did capitalize on and did not capitalize on. So, I will provide a link down below to let you guys see this for yourself. Let me know what you guys think. Comment if you like. And, that's all I'm going to say. So, till next time, let me know what you guys think. Do you agree or not? I mean, as far as the last one's concerned, it's just my opinion, but I believe it. So, let me know what you guys think. Sorry this was in 2 parts. The battery died. And talk to y'all later. God bless. Take care.